Hey friends, welcome back to the Maple Leaf Barn. I'm Libby and I would like to show you how I harvested my Iceland poppies. I'm just going to go through kind of what I did, and as some of you know, if you've watched our first video on Iceland poppies, this is my first time growing Iceland poppies and I'm so happy with how they turned out, and so here it goes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along with us as we start our micro farm. These Iceland poppies are the Champaign Bubbles mix. I sowed these seeds way back in early January indoors. For more information on how I started the seeds and what that whole process looked like, be sure to watch my previous video on how to start Iceland poppies. I'll link it in the description below. What you're looking for is the cracked bud stage that looks a little bit like this. The flower is starting to appear from under the hairy shell casing, and you can see the color. Each plant is sending up multiple shoots, so be careful to snip the correct stem so as not to disturb the new growth of other stems. Follow the stem all the way down to the soil and snip. The next important part of harvesting is to seal the tips. You can boil water and stick the stems in it for a few minutes, but the best way to have the longest vase life is to sear the ends. We use this refillable blowtorch that we have around for other farm projects, but you can also use a kitchen utensil like you would use for a creme brulee dessert. Sear each end for 5 to 7 seconds or until the stems are looking a little charred. This helps seal the sap into the stems. Fun fact, this should also be done for dahlias and other plants that have sappy stems, but more on that later. The Iceland poppies can then be put into a cooler for up to a week, or you can peel off the shell casings gently immediately after harvesting. Here are the stages of what that looks like. In 2 days' time, the flowers should be opening up full and looking absolutely gorgeous. I suggest harvesting in the early morning or in the evening. This is a good rule of thumb for almost all flowers. The plants are usually the most hydrated in the early morning or in the evening. After I planted the poppies outdoors, I was not sure if they were going to do anything. It didn't look like anything was going on and they weren't really putting on a ton of growth. It seriously took a whole month and a half for the buds to appear, and then suddenly there was a ton of growth and a lot more leaves and so many stems. I only suggest growing Iceland poppies if you have an abundance of patience. Hopefully this helps, and in the future you can plan for everything you need to know. If you've never grown Iceland poppies, I encourage you to watch my videos on these and purchase your seeds in advance so you can get started on them in January of next year. This particular bouquet is for a local cookie bakery and coffee shop in our area that we are a preferred vendor with, called Shop Sweet Joy. If you are local to the Cincinnati area, be sure to look them up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.